Okay, a quick intro to Iaijutsu for a 9th Q level. You're looking at your sword. First, I want to point out this knob that you see right here. Can you zoom in on that a little bit? Every sword has one, samurai swords, ninja swords. See that there now? The point of it is so that when you're putting it inside your belt, it's always on your left side. It hooks on your belt so it doesn't slide all the way through. Like that, okay? When you do so, the blade is up. You see the blade is pointed up there. For the most cases, you're always going to be training or fighting with your sword up, the blade up, except for a few instances. So having said that, there's a couple basic draws that I want you to practice if you can. You can use wooden swords. When I was a kid, actually, I made a wooden sword out of a hockey stick, and I slid it right inside of a plastic sheath that you put your golf club in, and those sheaths fit inside your golf bag. I used one of those, fit perfect. Trained with that for a couple of years until I broke it or lost it or whatever. But anyway, the basic draw. Iaijutsu means drawing and cutting in a single motion. Not like Kenjutsu, which we also do, but Kenjutsu is starting with your sword already out. So what you're going to do when you practice this, okay? So it's like Ichimonji, but you're going to, when you practice, the main fundamentals are you pull your sword out part way, so that when you draw, you pull the scabbard back at the same time, and it draws it faster instead of having to do this the whole motion, right? So you're going to do this, okay? Now, it's going to look like this. So you're going to do one cut, horizontal cut, or I mean a vertical cut, sorry. So you're going to do like this. Just practice and go. Okay? That's it. It's going to look like this, alright? Okay? Now, the other possibility is a side cut. This one's the main one, your primary. If you have to, you can do a side cut. Maybe you got to go under another guy's sword. So as you're drawing it, you're going to turn it sideways, so the blade is facing sideways, right? But everything else is the same. Like that. You see, I'm in E-hand, from Ichimonji to E-hand. So I've increased my distance too without taking any steps, right? The third one is from the bottom. So just before you draw, you turn it, so your blade is facing down, and you're going to go like that, and up, and then you return it. Okay? Now, when you're returning your sword to the scabbard, you could do it without looking. You hold it like this, and you start by placing, you can do a close-up there if you're not already. You start by placing the blade inside your fingers, like this. And you're going to draw the sword through your fingers, so you're not cutting yourself, but you don't have to look either. When you get to the point, you'll feel it. And you guide it in with your fingers without looking inside the hole, and then you finish your insertion. Okay? When you draw, a lot of times you can, this sword's pretty loose, some swords stick in there really well, in which case you push out before you draw. But be very careful not to slice your thumb. I have done it. Okay? So if you have to do that to push, you retract your thumb and get it out of the way. Now you can practice in the air over and over. You could practice on bottles of water, tatami mats. You could do it on trees. I like trees. I don't know, that's just me, but it's not absolutely required. Alright? So like to go, maybe I'll show you some trees there in a second. So you just practice these 3 draws, especially the main one, right? Alright? That's it. Okay.
Nice.
Sorry, big one. start on small trees for now. Like really small until you get used to it. You can bend your sword or break them if you don't do it right. If you hit a tree at an angle and the angle's off, the sword will wrap right around. You don't want to mess up your sword. So practice with small trees first. The more comfortable you get, work up to bigger and bigger ones. I wouldn't go out to anything like this, only because you want to imitate the consistency of a body, right? I hesitate to say the consistency of the human body because it's kind of morbid, but essentially that's what you're doing. So, you know, the actual consistency of the human body is probably not much bigger than this one. So like that's your max, usually. Because otherwise it's going to get stuck, won't go through. That's it.